Okay.
Peace, power, and prosperity. Peace, power, and prosperity. This your brother, comrade brother, Yafael Battle Goon, back here and having another conversation one more time. And as you probably know, I try to be a person that really tries to study history. And we a lot of us have studied history as related to a lot of different groups and organizations, etc. And I've been a part of a number of different groups, but one of the most public groups that I've been a part of is the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. And so I wanted to get Brother Mercutio Southall Senior here. You put some respect on that when you said Mercutio Southall Senior. I want to get him um, to really talk about his involvement in the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. So we first started the Huey P. Newton Gun Club in 2014, August 20th, 2014, and my part of it was between 2014 and 2016. Okay, in between that time, we were consciously attempting to try to get other groups around the country to get involved in this open carry movement, if you will, or this movement against police brutality. And fortunately, I think that Brother Mercutio was one, if not the first, one of the first to actually pick up the banner. And keep in mind, he had already been working in his community. This was not his first time getting involved in anything. He had been active for many, many years in the Birmingham area, surrounding areas, etc. Always giving back to the community. So I really wanted to bring him here to kind of discuss that and advise us, of some things that's historically speaking, and some things that's kind of going on now, which is very important. Um, if you could, Mercutio, if it's cool, and um, what made you decide to start the first official Huey P. Newton Gun Club outside of Dallas, Texas, if I may ask? Okay, we can't hear you.
Can you hear
There
me
you go.
now?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, like you mentioned, I had already been doing stuff. I was a member of Black Lives Matter. But before that, I was a Boy Scout Cub Master, football coach, just about everything that you can be, you know. And I had already like led some. I had already been doing and leading some open carry demonstrations here. And when I heard about the Huey P. Gun Club, I was like, well, like that's right on line with what I'm doing. And I was like, it'll be nice to have some comrades, like instead of being out here by myself or whatever. Like you stated, um, what does it say? I stay in a lot of shit. I stay doing a lot of shit. So I mean, that's just real. So when they came out, like I said, I saw a chance to join like a group, a collective, um, and do the things that my family, myself and my family been doing pretty much since I've been alive, whatever. Um, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Um, and I brought I brought a sister down from I brought a sister down from South Carolina because the Panthers were 75% women, and I was like, all right, well, in order for me not to, uh, well, trying to do things the right way or whatever, like I'm not a misogynist or chauvinist or anything like that. I was like, let me get me a couple strong sisters to come help me try to build this in Alabama. So I got a comrade from South Carolina that was helping do some stuff. Uh, Turned out like she was not necessarily all that all that legit, just being honest. Um, but that notwithstanding, I still had a lot of um, we still did a lot of good stuff down here. We organized for again, like I was already kind of being security for the movement and things of that nature here. Um, but after I joined up, I don't know if you remember, I kind of hit a Klansman. I kind of hit a Klansman in the chest with a shotgun.
Right.
Uh, protecting a 16-year-old at the Confederate Memorial Day um,
Right.
down there in Montgomery, and once I once I did that, that was one of the things I did that went viral, whatever. Um, but you know, I end up stuck in jail for a little while. They took my they took my um firearms, uh, and just being honest, like you know, you didn't come get me because I'm a liar. Like you told me to, you want me to tell the truth of
Right.
what happened or whatever. So,
Go
being
ahead. Go
honest,
ahead. Go ahead. Feel free. Feel
I got
free.
left in jail.
So,
You
so
know,
yeah. So let me just say this. Uh, this is not like a feel good message. This is not like a feel good message that I need for you to give. This is kind of like a testimony, but whatever you're comfortable with discussing. Okay.
copy that.
So what let me ask you this. What years was that you were involved, or what time frame was that you were involved with the Huey P. Newton Gun Club?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Dates are not my
Not your thing. Okay. Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I'm not really all that good with dates.
Gotcha.
I kinda,
Gotcha.
and then like again, not being funny, but like I do whatever.
Right. Right. Right.
But
Right.
I don't I kind of be telling people that all the time. Like I don't never have no camera in my hand when I'm doing stuff most of the time. Like I just be doing, but
Right.
I kind of need to start taking chronicles of some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
That's kind of what and being honest with you, that's really the reason why I started doing this. As I did mention to you when we talked privately, I wrote a book. Okay, I wrote a
yeah,
book about my time frame within Gorilla Mainframe, which I co-founded, as well as the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, which started as well. So I really kind of want to kind of get a document as much as you can, because we really can't count on folks to really do this for us. And as far as my involvement, you were involved in it at the least at the same time or a better time than I was. So that's why it's important to talk to you. So you were saying that you were in prison for a period of time. How long were you in jail at that time?
well, I don't. It wasn't prison. It was just jail. It was just a couple of
Jail,
days.
excuse
But
me, excuse me.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
yeah, I ain't never been to prison. Knock on fucking wood. Right?
Got you. What, you was in jail for sure.
I would never go. Yeah, but they kind of, the people that I was with or whatever kind of you know they ended up leaving me hanging down there. Honestly,
Hmm.
like they didn't come once I got bailed out or whatever. I was literally protecting a group of like lawyers' kid, a senator's wife was even in the group of the people I was protecting or whatever. Um, but they left me in jail, and then not only did they leave me in jail, like they didn't show up for court either. So
Oh
they didn't show
wow.
up for court. They stopped answering the phone.
Oh wow.
You know how it is, like the movement always like wants your blood, sweat, and tears, and that's what
Was
they're
it?
gonna give you guys too.
Let me ask you this question. So you mentioned that they were a part. They had some sort of political affiliation in terms of the status quo. Was these Democrat? It doesn't matter. Were these Democrats, Republicans? Were they Black Republicans, Black Democrats, White Republicans? What were these people that end up leaving you and kind of deserting you, if you will?
Believe it or not, they were black Democrats.
We can believe
Being
it.
honest,
We can
yeah,
believe it.
yeah,
We can believe it.
what's the word? They definitely some neoliberal individuals or whatever. So like, as you're aware, like a lot of neoliberals infiltrate revolutionary spaces and take up
Mhm,
like they literally take up space, energy, effort, all that good kind of shit. So I didn't know it at the time. I
mhm.
thought they were legit, but
Right.
they're some neoliberals.
Right.
Um, but it was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? Like from there, I had like I said, I already did a couple open carry marches,
Hmm.
and after they left me hanging, with that, I kind of retooled my approach. Um, but I kind of like I was in the gun club. It wasn't a very long time after that Alton Sterling happened in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
that's July. That's July 2016. There you go.
okay, so like I was still kind of a member, an active member at that time. But when
Hmm.
that happened, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I was fucking pissed. Like, so that incident I brought up when I hit the Klansman in the chest with the shotgun or whatever, like, um, when that incident happened, like, uh, what was I saying to say? I was by myself pretty much. Like, I was surrounded by police or whatever. Like, I was on the security detail.
Right.
But like I actually was fighting with the police. Like what they had their hands on my shotgun because again, the fucking people that I was in charge of protecting, um, I told them, well, again, you've been on security details, and now like I learned my lesson from it. But like literally, I'm telling them to hurry up. Like, hey, I'm the only black man here. Like, you know where the police are gonna come, right? You know, so can we hurry up and DD the fuck out of here? And
Right.
they was dragging their feet, all that kind of shit, trying to engage with the racists instead of getting the fuck out of there because we accomplished our goal or whatever. So, um, but I end up like getting into a fight with the police, like with my shotgun. You know, like I had my shotgun in my hand. I was like, "The fuck off me, bitch!" You know, like
Right.
the only reason why I stopped engaging in wrestling and fighting with them, or whatever, because like I was in charge of protecting people, and the people that I was in charge of protecting were endangered by me fighting with the shotgun with police.
Right.
Um, so I let it go, you know, and
Gotcha. So
then the
no, go
false
ahead. Go
charges.
ahead.
But so like with the Alton Sterling thing, that marked a turning point for me with the gun club, whatever. Because again, I couldn't. Some people at the gun club told me they was gonna, you know, support um, me from that action that I was doing down here. Um, and I kind of didn't hear from them again. Like they would say stuff on Facebook, but wouldn't like directly engage with me.
Mm.
And then after that, like I said, the Alton Sterling thing, they decided to do an open carry in Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
I remember.
and I was, I mean, honestly, like I was a little bit proud that they went down there. You know what I'm saying? After what happened to Alton Sterling, I was like,
Hmm.
"Fuck yeah, comrade! Like that's what you're supposed to be doing."
Right.
And then, like, I saw that they was fucking live streaming. I was like,
Right.
you know, like,
And I want to say that my opinion of it in my from my position was a little different than yours. And I know I've shared this with you that I felt like for that particular one, I felt like they necessarily shouldn't have went. And the only reason why I say that because it was a lot of confusion, in my opinion, from my position at that particular time. There was a lot of confusion going on. You had different groups going down trying to do the same thing, and I just felt like that was too confusing. But at heart, I get where you're coming from because obviously you just focused on the movement and making sure that success and our agendas and points are obviously met. But you were saying that they went down there and continue forward.
so like they were live streaming.
Hmm.
That's when Sister Rashawn Nicole, rest in power, sister.
Rest in
Um,
power.
was still a member. She was over the communications, if I'm not mistaken. But they were
Hmm.
live streaming down there in Baton Rouge, and which I thought was fucking, you know, stupid. Being honest, because you know we hated by the state, um, and Facebook is a state sponsored like apparatus.
Right.
So I was surprised that they were using that, and sure enough, like while I was watching the live stream, a fucking APC pulled up, like,
Wow.
and when they pulled up, I saw like confusion in the ranks of the brothers, and they was marching in formation. They had uniformed on, like they was marching, port arms, all that good kind of shit. and like they was sitting there looking at each other for a second, and then they like put their guns down. I'm like,
Mm,
uh, like what the fuck are y'all doing?
right,
Like I'm not I don't want to die, you know what I'm saying? Like revolutionary suicide and all that jazz, you know. But I definitely don't want to lie. Like I like, you know, titties and ceviche and marijuana and stuff like that. So I don't have no death wish. But um, you know, if like to quote Martin Luther King, if you ain't found the cause you willing to die for, you ain't fit to fucking live, bro.
right,
And you know, that was very discouraging to me because I'm like, you know, we said that that's what we supposed to be the people's vanguard.
right.
So how the fuck we the people's vanguard, and then when somebody show up pointing guns at us, we gonna lay the fuck down, nigga. We got guns too. Um, and when I was by myself, I didn't fucking lay down. I fucking fought. You know.
By
So
yourself.
it was very yeah. It was very discouraging to me. And then like I said, like the fact that um I mean just basically I couldn't get no support. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well I'm not just wearing no patch or paying no fees and shit, and like this supposed to be something that's not being there for me. So um I just start doing other stuff, being honest. I mean I
Right.
still within the same vein, just not under that banner anymore.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And just kind of I rarely discuss this publicly, but for us, I'm speaking for us in Dallas. When I say us, I'm talking really now about the Gorilla Mainframe. After 2016, particularly April, we kind of had some issues ideologically and also politically and personally that happened, and we sort of, as our group, Gorilla Mainframe, sort of kind of backstepped or back, kind of fell back a little bit. But I remember that particular situation. Like I said, personally, I didn't necessarily agree with it, but obviously I had my own reasons. But I've always felt like with you that I felt as though you were one, if not the first, one of the first people to actually join the gun club outside of Dallas, Texas. And I've always held you in the high regards for doing that, for really be willing to do that, no matter how long that time period was, whether that was a year, 6 months, 3 months, 2 years, whatever that was. I felt like you were a person that was willing to be on the front lines, regardless. Like I wish we could have had somebody like yourself here in Dallas, Texas, that really had a real understanding of kind of what type of commitment, dedication. So I salute you with that. Um, but let me ask you, this. So obviously, I really want to kind of put in context of the gun club, but really just kind of going forward, like um, as you whatever you're comfortable with, kind of let folks know kind of what you got going on now, what you've had going on since then, whatever you're comfortable with discussing.
Uh well, after the gun club, believe it or not, I had I had got about a group of about 100 or so people together and was training in the woods. Like again, like I always been on mission, no matter what apparatus I've been under. Like I always been on mission with the people, you know. So I had a group of about 100 people training in the woods on pistols, rifles, transitioning from pistols to rifle, shooting while moving, all that jazz. But unfortunately, during that time, I ended up killing somebody. And uh, my lawyer, um, my lawyer suggested that I step away for a while, and I did. It took me it took me a couple of years to get that taken care of, but it ended up being charged self-defense. Um, but during that time, like I learned a lot. Like I was in all those movements. I was doing all this stuff for Black people or whatever. But like every time I was going through
You
something,
felt
I was
abandoned. Yeah, you felt
yeah,
abandoned.
I was by myself. So literally, like I killed that guy protecting my family. My little sister, my mom, my little sister, my cousin. Like the dude was high and attacking my family. But that same family didn't even want to show up for court for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so. that's just been my life. You know what I'm saying? That's been my life experience. Unfortunately, like um, I just fucking keep going, bro. I don't know nothing else to do. Like I'm not a quitter. Like I'm a fighter.
Hmm.
No matter who there and who not there, I'm still me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look at myself in the mirror and shit. So
Right.
like after that, like I said, I learned a lot, and I noticed like white people didn't really want to hire me because I'm that nigga, and then the black people didn't really want to hire me because I'm that nigga. Um, and all the people, the black businesses, all that good kind of stuff that I had been supporting, all that, nobody had no time, energy, money, none of that shit for my ass. You know what I'm saying? So like, I ended up starting my company, which is Mercutio. I'm a certified pistol instructor, certified rifle, certified CCW. I'm certified chief range safety officer, certified to teach what to do in case of an active shooting or whatever. And started my company to be able to provide security consultation and training for the movement. Like I said, I always been on mission. I always been on code. I always been protecting people. You know what I'm saying? So like literally my company was made for the movement. To step in those spaces where like because as you know, for being in the movement, the police are not gonna fucking help. they're, they're not your fucking friends in the movement. And a lot of my, as you know, also a lot of our comrades are fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? So like I started my company because I got tired of the my comrades dying and the people in the movement not having no protection, no security. So like I said, that's what I started my company doing. So I got that going now. Like I still I mean it's still kind of a little bit the same as far as the support level and shit. Like if I'm being honest, like people like propaganda works, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like literally like I'm former police. I don't know if you know that. Like I used to be police, but I quit.
I didn't
uh
know that.
yeah, bro. Don't
I
okay. I'm
look,
sorry.
look, no, yeah, hey, let's delve into that. Let's delve. So,
Ah,
nah, so this is
ah.
why we having these conversations. So,
All right.
let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Then since you brought that up, since you brought that up, I didn't know that. Okay, we get somewhere.
Ugh.
When you put your you put your application in again, you sent it in to Babu Omawale. Okay,
Yeah.
did he know
Yeah.
this?
I mean, I don't lie about shit, bro. I'm straightforward as
So,
fuck. If you notice,
so,
like,
let me just be clear with you. And this is not a diss against you. It's not a
mhm.
diss against you, and don't take it that way. But myself personally, I have never cooperated, dialogue with any current police, former police, or anything. I wasn't a part of the receiving the application process with the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, even when I started it. I
Yeah.
was more of the political part of it and the
Yeah.
grassroots organizer. As you can see, right now, I think the things that they're probably doing right now is doing a lot of training, which you discussed. But when it comes to receiving an application from a person that wants to join, that was Babu
Mhm.
Omawale. And so you
Yeah.
said you didn't hide it, you shared it, and you were accepted as a member outside of Dallas. Okay, that's news to me. That's first time news to me. So if you don't mind me asking, how long you said you was a former officer? How long were you an
Yeah.
officer?
So I started getting trouble in the academy.
Okay, okay,
I
okay,
started getting
okay,
in trouble in the academy, and then I got
mm,
hurt in the academy. And
okay,
instead of going back, I was like, man, fuck nah, bro. I can't.
okay. So you did. So you was going through the academy, and you didn't complete the academy where you graduated. Is
Yeah,
that
and I didn't. I
okay?
had tattoos to go back, but I was like, bro, I can't do that to my people, bro. Like I said,
Okay.
in the police academy,
Uh-huh.
I was getting in trouble all the time. You know what I'm saying? They'll say some shit, and I'll be like, bro, the fuck you mean? So, for instance, like one I remember distinctly, um, my drill sergeant, who also like hilariously, that nigga was over the communications when I was doing the protests and shit, right?
Right.
So my drill sergeant when I was in the police academy was the head of the media for the police while I was doing protests and shit.
Oh
So he
wow.
up there using the same words verbatim against me that people was using against Martin Luther King and shit. I'm like, bro, you took me to the Civil Rights Museum. The Birmingham Police Department has to go to the Civil Rights Museum as
For
part
diversity
of the
training. For the
huh?
diversity training. For diversity training.
You got to go to the Civil Rights Museum. It's Birmingham. It's a history of Birmingham police doing fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So they make you go to that shit. So I'm like listening to this nigga. I'm like, bro, you saying that? He said like, oh, you can't trust that Mercutio. He's a agitator. I'm like, bro, nigga, literally, you use the same words to describe me, another black man, like that was in your academy. You use those words to describe me. And I was like, bro, that's fucking crazy, man.
Right.
That's crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. So like I got in trouble a lot. Like I said, the brother, that particular day I got in trouble. It was like they saw two black people. You know how like we do the hug and the handshake and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So like yeah, so like, but also like people in families give money to each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, grandma told me to give you this, and she didn't want mama to see it. She didn't want your mama
Yes,
to
sir.
see it. So
Yes, he do the
yeah,
hand. Yeah.
you did the hand exactly how. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we saw something like that when we was outside during the class or whatever, and it was like that was probably a drug deal or whatever. I was like, no, it wasn't. I was like, why you think that was a drug deal? Because they black or whatever. I was like, my grandma gave me money like that all the time. The fuck. And then
Right.
they was looking at me, and I looked at them. They looked at me. So there was some indications that, you know what I'm saying, maybe that wasn't the right place for me.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But like,
Mhm.
but the reason why I went in there, bro, like I
Okay.
said, I've always been legit, bro. I always been straightforward. I love my people, bro.
Absolutely.
155 billion%, bro. My family marched across the bridge with Martin Luther King, bro. We're in the Voting Rights Museum in Selma, Alabama, and we also have our own family museum because we've been doing that whole "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me" shit for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? We with the shit. It's literally in my blood, bro. I was born by the river in Selma, Alabama, bro.
Wow.
Literally,
Yeah.
not like
Right.
not for play, bro. I really fucking was, you know.
So let me ask you this. So that now that you kind of brought that up in
Yes,
terms
sir.
of your family being involved in the movement, which is a great thing, and it's a great legacy, obviously, right? It's a legacy
Yeah,
that you really kind of have expounded on in your own kind of way. Was it your parents? Was it your grandparents, great uncles, great aunts? And also, did they walk across that? Is that the Pettis? I know I'm not
yeah.
saying it right. The
The
bridge.
Edmund Pettus Bridge. Yeah, the Edmund Pettus
Okay.
Bridge in Selma, Alabama. Yeah.
Right. 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 Was
So
that it? Was they there that day?
yeah, they were there. They're actually there are castings of their feet at the Civil Rights Museum.
Wow.
There are pictures of them going across the bridge with Martin Luther King down there at the Civil Rights Museum. And then my family down there in Selma, like they went on to be teachers, musicians, things of that nature. But
Mm.
my mother too, she recently died or whatever. I miss her every day.
Condolences.
Uh,
Condolences.
yeah, I took care of her all the way up till she died, bro. I still fucking miss her. Like I swear to God.
Right.
But like even her, like she was a member of a program called Mothers of Many that was ran by the Civil Rights Institute down there, which is the same as the museum. So she was running a program called Mothers of Many, picking up underserved kids, like feeding them, taking them to places to get fed, helping them get resources. Um, we were a member of like 21st Century Leaders, which was like a kind of like quote unquote a Black Power group down there in Selma during the time. So like I had a for my whole life, man, like 21st Century Leaders do something, um, dealing with my mom, my cousin. uh, who like she's literally my cousin, but like we don't. She's a fucking neoliberal. Like my cousin actually started Black Lives. I mean, sorry, not Black Lives Matter. Fucking Black Voters Matter.
Oh, okay, okay. I see them all the time. I see them all the time. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I fucking know, right? But
Yeah.
I don't fuck with them whatsoever. Like I tried to, but once again, like I did security for the movement and then got left hanging.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Even with the Black Voters Matter individuals, bro. Like I mean, it's been a recurring theme, man. That's why like literally I had to start my company, bro. Like I started getting paid in advance before I start going to do like y'all want me to put my life and everything on the line for y'all, but y'all won't even like y'all can't even answer the phone. Like when they going through something. That's just crazy.
Right,
So
right.
I had to adapt and overcome. But like my family, like even we not the ones that don't talk or whatever, again, like it's kind of been like our thing. Like we with the shit. Um and we try to do things to stop I mean, literally you see what's going on now. We got fucking Nazis in this bitch. People making excuses for it or whatever. But my family has always like, oh my god, my mom. I know this is. I'm sorry, like my mom just died. Like I said, but
But those continue.
she was so like, because everybody always think revolutionaries like, angry, kill, death and shit, right? My mother, my mother used to sit on the porch and like sing to homeless people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, she used to sing to homeless people. She used to like, um, give them hugs, give them like little care packages or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
and like that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I grew up with. So like, even though like I killed somebody and shit, like literally everything that I've ever done in my whole life has been out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like love for my
Right,
people.
right.
And that kind of love, that exact same kind of love that my mama had, like singing to homeless people and giving them hugs and telling them, that they still matter and people still care about them and shit like that.
Hmm.
Again, like that that was instilled in me. And that's still like even now, like I've been in police chases,
Right,
like
right, right. You were saying.
the whole like killing the people thing, whatever. But like still like that's me. Like that's what was instilled in me, or whatever. Love, love for my people,
Wow,
and
wow,
that's why I
wow.
haven't stopped
W-
either, bro. Like even despite all this shit.
Right. So definitely you're very committed. And like I said, since I you come on my radar, I think somewhere 2014, 2015, you came on my radar. I saw that you were committed, and like I said, I definitely appreciate you for taking time out today and kind of having this conversation with me, so that I can share it and see. As you can see, you kind of have these conversations with people, you find out something new. Like I said, I wasn't part of the receiving the application process. Other than that, I would have never knew it unless you really just shared it. I didn't. This is not.
Yeah, bro.
This was. So I want to explain to anybody that may see this. This is not anything intentional on my part. This is just Mercutio really kind of telling his truth about the processes that he been in. I want to kind of state it, on the record that I've been a student of Bandeli Tayumba from Pan African Connection for years and years and years, up until his death, and really the original Black Panther Party here in Dallas, Texas. And those are some of those folks were really elders to me. And I want to say that to say that we can relate in the sense about, at least in your family, you kind of more or less kind of following the legacy of your family. My father was in the Nation of Islam in the 60s. My mother was a strong supporter of Nation of Islam in the 60s. My uncles and aunts were all part of Nation of Islam in this city of Dallas. And so, what I have been doing over the better part of many years, it will, is trying to make sure that, and like you, trying to keep that thing going. So, we can relate there. And so, I appreciate you so much for really just taking the time out and giving us this moment of your time. I do want to have some future conversations with you because I think this is important, and I really want to talk. I like talking to real people, and you are a real person to really kind of give your insights and talk about some issues, some struggles that you have, but also talk about your victories and your family legacy. And I think all that's important, and that's kind of why I've been wanting to do or doing what we're doing now. So I
Okay.
appreciate you for that. Do you got any closing thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
I'm putting together revolutionary theater here in Birmingham. I'm reaching out to orgs. I'm trying to get conversations started because like literally like we don't got fucking time to be playing around. Like we don't got time. We don't got time. We haven't had time a long time. You know, like that
Right,
John Legend song said, the future started yesterday. We already late. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
like right now with the executive orders that the fucking Cheeto bitch ass is passing, him deploying Marines against American citizens, the Army against American citizens. Not like they didn't do that in Ferguson and Baltimore. In 2016 and shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they ain't did that to black people already. But the fact that they doing it to people that's will pass the paper bag test or whatever, that should be alarming to every fucking body because before it was just cool to do it with niggas. Now it's like they don't give a fuck no more. Excuse my French. But like I'm trying to get the revolutionary theater together because like we're not having real conversations and we're allowing a lot of neoliberals to steer the conversations that we need to be having with the people. And so I figured I'd do this to try to have conversations, do a little bit of teaching, and try to change the narrative. Get the people where they need to be. You know what I mean?
right.
So I'm trying to get that together. Also because like unfortunately, like you've heard my story. And unfortunately, it was collaborated by you. Like you ain't really heard too many people doing shit like me in Alabama.
Hmm.
Um, so like with the Revolutionary Theater, I'm trying to like this is the birthplace of the fucking Panthers, bro. The Panthers started in Alabama.
Hmm.
Birmingham, everybody knows about the civil rights history of Birmingham. But like for the last like over 10 years, bro, like I've been down here by myself. And that's kind of ridiculous. So with Revolutionary Theater, I'm trying to grow what we need here in Birmingham. We need apparatuses. We need, and also away from Birmingham, all these organizations and groups or whatever, they doing stuff as standalone as groups or whatever, but we need to start coordinating together. You know what I'm saying? Like the Army and Navy work together, Marines and the Navy, you know what I'm saying? They all able to work in concert. All these different organizations or whatever that we have, we need to be able also. If you don't train together, you don't work together. You don't talk together. You ain't shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a reason why I love the Panthers so much. Like it wasn't no fucking part time Panthers. You was a Panther like full time, or you want no Panther. you know.
Right,
So um, I'm trying to like we need to be reminded of that and get that going again. So again, that's what I'm trying to do with Revolutionary Theater. Besides that, I'm living that revolutionary lifestyle, bro. Court dates, unfortunately, from all the police interaction. Trying to like navigate this capitalistic hellscape.
what's your you got a cash out?
I do. So my cash app is Merc South LLC. Um, that's the name
Spell
of
that.
my
Spell that
M E
for it.
R MERC SOUTH LLC.
Okay, got you. If you want to support Mercutio and his efforts that he's doing for the community, which is he's done for years and years and years, even prior to coming in contact with groups like ours, then definitely do reach out to him. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it. But outside of that, again, I am Yafael Balagoon. Yeah, it's pronounced Yafael. Yes, I know it looks differently, but it's pronounced Yafael. Yafael Balagoon. I consider myself to be a street reporter. Do me a big favor, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Help me kind of get my weight up. you know, and help me get these real stories out, and it'll be greatly appreciated. So, peace, power, and prosperity.
War, brother.